Hello students, I am Dr. Krupa Rasne, Professor and Head ENC, Jain College of Engineering, Belgavi. I'll be dealing with the fourth video of Module 4 of Power Electronics BE 7th SEM, Electronics and Communication Engineering VTU. In this module, we are dealing with DC to DC converter, and the textbook that we are referring to is Mohammad H. Rashid, Power Electronic Circuit Devices and Applications. The content, as we have seen already three videos, the videos that we have seen earlier has been covering these three, that is introduction, step down chopper and its analysis with R and RL load. And in this video, we'll be looking into the principle of step up operation, okay, with resistive load. We'll be looking into the next video. We'll also look into the performance parameters, and in the forthcoming videos we'll be looking into some different types of chopper circuits. So coming to the principle of step up chopper, the figure is as shown below. We have got Vs here, and the chopper in step down we used to have it in series with the input supply, but here it is going to come in parallel across like this, and there is an element, an inductor, which acts like a booster for the output. Now since we know it is a step up chopper, we should know that since it's a chopper, it is a DC to DC converter. So I am going to have a DC at the input, and this is going to be a fixed DC. And it's a step up chopper, so obviously at the load I am going to get a voltage which is higher than the input voltage. Now let us see how that is possible. We have got a chopper connected here, okay, and we are going to have two modes of operation, that is chopper will be on for some time and it will be off for other times. When the chopper is on, the circuit is closed here, and the input voltage is supplying the current through the inductor and the chopper in this direction, which basically charges this inductor to the input voltage, that is whatever is the input voltage it will try to charge. So let's say it is V, we can say that it normally charges to a voltage of V. Now when this chopper is on, the inductor is charging to the voltage of V. Now if I open this chopper, as I told you, this is not a single SCR connected here, it is also having its commutating circuits to turn it off, because the input is DC, it cannot be naturally commuted. And when I show the dotted lines, it indicates that it's not a single thyristor switch, but it has a thyristor switch can be controlled or commuted using some other elementary. So we show it with the dotted line. So it is along with its commutation circuitry. Okay, so when this chopper is on, inductor charges, and when I open this chopper, this path gets opened up, and the current now has a path in this direction, that is through the diode. So what happens is, the minute the chopper turns off, the current will try to reduce, right? Because it was short circuiting the supply voltage, it will try to reduce. Now with that, the inductor polarity will change, because we know the inductor has the property of opposing any change through it by forming a voltage across it. So the how that is opposing? By polarity reversal. So this becomes minus, this becomes plus. So this is plus, this is minus, this is plus, this is minus. So you can see when this chopper opens up, the voltage, input source voltage and the inductor, they form a series battery. So there is a voltage V here and there is a voltage V here. This is plus, this is minus, this is plus, this is minus. So they come in series. So obviously now the current is going to flow through the diode and charge this capacitor. And if you see, look at the capacitor terminals, it is having two voltages. One is the supply voltage and the voltage across the inductor. So obviously the voltage that is going to come across the capacitor will be more than the voltage that is in the input. So voltage at the input plus the voltage across the inductor, that will be the voltage that will be appearing across the capacitor, which in turn is in parallel with the load. So the output voltage will be equal to V plus VL. Okay, hence the output voltage has to be greater than the input voltage. So this is the principle of step up chopper that we are going to observe. Now D also has another role to play. Why D is used? When this chopper opens up, of course it becomes forward bias and enables the capacitor to charge. But it has another function, that the capacitor will not be allowed to discharge, because discharging means it has to go in this direction and diode will never carry a reverse current through it. So it will not allow any reverse current to flow and affect the load, the source voltage. Okay, so that is the purpose of using a diode in the circuit. So step up chopper is used to obtain a load voltage higher than the input voltage V. The values of L and C are chosen depending upon the requirement of the output voltage and current. When the chopper is on, the inductor L is connected across the supply. The inductor I will rise, that is, it will start to charge, and the inductor stores energy during the on time of the chopper, that is when the chopper is on, T on. Okay. Next, when the chopper is off, the inductor current I is forced to flow through the diode D, right? And the load for a period of how much? T off. So the chopper will be on for some time and it will be off for some time. So T on is the on period, T off is the off period. The current tends to decrease, resulting in reversing the polarity of the EMF in L. Because it will stop try when the chopper opens, it will start to decrease the current. That will reverse the polarity in L. Therefore, the voltage across L will come in series with voltage across the source, and it will be adding, the polarity will be adding each other. So output will be equal to, that is voltage across the capacitor or the load voltage will be equal to the input voltage plus L into di by dt, and hence we can say V naught is obviously will be greater than the input voltage, and hence it is called as the step up chopper. A large capacitor C is connected across the load, which will provide a continuous output voltage. The diode D prevents any current flow from the capacitor back to the source because it will not carry a reverse current. The step-up choppers are used for regenerative braking of DC motors. Regenerative braking means when we are having the acceleration through an electric motor, you can say. So as I increase the voltage, the motor speed will increase. Now if I decrease the voltage, the speed has to decrease. In which case I will say that I would like to reduce the speed of the motor. So that is basically braking phenomenon, and regenerative feedback, because when it is braking, the voltage that is there in the inductor of the motor will act like a back EMF and it will behave like a regenerative feedback to the source. In fact, it's a positive point and I will not discuss much on that basically. So basically step up choppers are used during the regenerative breakup. So expression for output voltage, let us see. Assume the average inductor current to be I during on and off time of the chopper. So when the chopper is on, the voltage across the inductor L will be same as the input voltage. Why? Because it is storing the energy. How much it can store? Same as the input voltage. It cannot charge more than that, whatever is the input voltage. So let's say the voltage across the inductor is the input voltage V itself. So what is the energy stored in the inductor? Therefore, the energy stored in inductor would be this input voltage multiplied by the current that is charging that inductor, okay, into how long it is doing it. So the energy is power into time, right? So V into I into T on, that is the energy that is stored in the inductor, and that happens during the T on, that is the on period of the chopper. Similarly, now when the chopper is off, the energy is supplied by inductor to the load. So what we are in when the chopper is off, what we are saying, the energy in the inductor is there, that is going to act like a supply. Okay, so we know that V naught is equal to V plus voltage across the inductor, or voltage across the inductor can be written as V naught minus V. That is output minus the input supply voltage that comes across the inductor. So the energy supplied by the inductor L will be V naught minus V into the current. Again, voltage into current, that is power, into how long it will supply during the T off period. So it will be V naught minus V, that is the voltage supplied by the inductor across the inductor, into the current flowing I. Current will not change, we are assuming it to be same, into the T off period, where T off is the off period of the chopper, right? And neglecting losses, energy stored in the inductor L will become equal to energy supplied by the inductor. Okay, so what we is storing, it is going to supply. This is what we are assuming. So when the chopper is on, the energy will be stored in the inductor. How much energy will be stored in the inductor? V into I into T on. And when the chopper is off, the energy is going to be dissipated or given to the capacitor or to the load. And how much it will give? How much ever it has stored, it is going to give, right? At that time, what is the voltage across the inductor? V naught minus V, and current is I, and T off is the off period, right? So what we are assuming is how much energy is stored in the inductor, the same energy will be dissipated when it is during the off period. Whatever is stored in the inductor will be dissipated during the off period. So that tells us that during the T on, right, that is when the chopper is on, Vi into T on will be equal to V naught minus V into I into T off. So energy stored is equal to energy dissipated. Energy stored is VIT on, energy dissipated is V naught minus V into I into T off. Okay. So with this I will get V naught, taking V naught on the left hand side, I will get V is equal to T on plus T off. I gets cancelled, right? Both sides. T on plus T off divided by T off. So I will get V naught is equal to V into T on plus T off is nothing but T, and I can write T off as T minus T on. So I will be getting an expression for the output voltage in this fashion. Note that this is a step up chopper, and I will get V naught is equal to V into T upon T minus T on, where T is the chopping period or the period of switching. Since T is equal to T on plus T off, right? So here I will divide numerator and denominator by T. So T upon T I will get as 1. Here I will get again T upon T as 1 minus T on upon T. We know T on upon T is nothing but the duty cycle. So the output voltage for chopper circuit will be equal to V into 1 upon 1 minus D, where D is nothing but T on upon T, which is the equal to duty cycle. Okay. So this is the expression for the output voltage for a step up chopper, where V naught will be equal to the input voltage multiplied by 1 upon 1 minus the duty cycle. So how does the output voltage change, right? So how it will change? What is the minimum voltage I am going to get at the output? Remember, this is a step up chopper, right? So what would be the minimum voltage I can expect at the output? It will be same as the input. And what will be the maximum voltage I can get at the output? Let's see by putting into this formula. So let us say the duty cycle, you know that duty cycle we can vary T on upon T. How much can I make T on? Same as the time period T, right? So in that case it will become equal to 1. Or I can make T on as 0, right? In which case the duty cycle will be 0. So by varying this D between the range of 0 to 1. So let's say that if I make T on equal to 0 or duty cycle equal to 0, I will get V into 1 upon 1, which is same as the supply voltage. So when I make duty cycle equal to 0, I am going to get the output voltage as V. That is same as the input. So that is the minimum voltage I will get even if I make the duty cycle as 0. Then when I make the duty cycle as 1, what happens? 1 minus 1, this term denominator becomes 0. So 1 upon 0 means infinity. So ideally if I see, I am going to get an output which is equal to infinity. That much high voltage I will get, which is not actually practically possible. And this is just ideal condition that we are seeing, that there are no losses in the inductor and it dissipates whatever is the energy stored, it will dissipate. Okay, and when duty cycle is 1 means it is totally on, which is not possible because if the chopper doesn't turn on and off, the inductor will be continuously charged to V. Okay, so this is your step up chopper. Remember this formula, V naught equal to V into 1 upon 1 minus D. So let us look at the performance parameters very vaguely. The thyristor requires certain minimum time to turn on and turn off. See, if I don't turn on and turn off the chopper, I will not be getting the functionality of a chopper or step up or even step down for that matter. And whenever I'm turning the chopper to on, there has to be a time lapse. A small time will be taken by the thyristor. We have seen it in the module 1 that the thyristor requires certain time to turn on as well as turn off. And next point is the duty cycle D can be varied only between a minimum and maximum value. Though we have told that duty cycle D can be varied from 0 to 1, it is not practically possible, right? So there will be a minimum time for the switching time of the thyristor, right? And also a maximum, I cannot make it equal to the time period itself, and that it puts a limit on the minimum and maximum value of the output voltage. So these are some of the drawbacks. And also there is a ripple in the load current. In this case, we have assumed that the charging current and the discharging current of the inductor both are same, equal to I. That's why I and I got cancelled. So that's an assumption we have done. But obviously it is not like that. The charging current of the inductor will be of the rising format, and when the inductor discharges into the capacitor, the discharging current will be of the following nature. That is going to cause you a I minimum and I maximum value, as we have seen in a step down chopper for RL load, and that will form a ripple for the current at the output. So the ripple in the load current depends inversely on the chopping frequency. So how fast you turn on and off, based on that, the ripple in the load current will be inversely proportional. Means if the chopping frequency increases, the ripple will decrease. To reduce the load ripple current, frequency should be as high as possible. So higher the chopping frequency, lower will be the load ripple current, and there will be a perfect DC line, as much preferably a little less of ripple current. Okay, ripple in the waveform. So now let us look at a problem. A chopper circuit is operating on a TRC. TRC means time ratio control, or it's nothing but the duty cycle control. Since I'm controlling the output using duty cycle, it is called as a TRC control. Or it could be a constant frequency control, right? We have told you there are two types of controls, but in this case it's the duty cycle control. So a chopper circuit is operating on a TRC at a frequency of 2 kilohertz on a 460 volt supply. If the load voltage is 350 volts, okay, so what it says is the TRC, the frequency is 2 kilohertz, the input supply is 460, and the load voltage is 350 volts. Now, this is a step down chopper. Remember this is a step down chopper, and to calculate the conduction period of the, we have to calculate the conduction period of the thyristor in each cycle. So also when a problem is given, let us note down what are the given parameters. So input voltage is 460 and output is 350 volts. Obviously this tells you this is not a step up chopper, right? It tells you that this is a step down chopper. And whatever calculations we are going to do for the output voltage, we have to use the step down chopper formula. Okay, so let us see, frequency is given 2 kilohertz. The chopping period is equal to T is equal to 1 by F. So the period can be calculated, F is given, and I will get 1 upon 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3, which is equal to 0.5 milliseconds. So the output voltage, yes. Now what is the output voltage for step down chopper? Till now in this video I have been explaining all the time the step up chopper. I have purposely put this problem here, which is basically a step down chopper, so that you understand the difference between step up and step down. So what is the formula for step down? It is VDC equal to small d into V, that is duty cycle into V. This is how your step down chopper output voltage is calculated as seen in our previous videos. So use this formula, VDC equal to T on upon T into. So since it's a step down chopper, we know that the supply will be connected in series with the chopper like this, and there's a freewheeling diode connected across the load, and the T on is nothing but the on period of the chopper. So using the formula, that is V naught is equal to duty cycle into V. So V into T on is equal to T into VDC, right? So, taking T on the left hand side, we can get equal to 0.5 into 10 to the power of minus 3 into T. 350 is the output voltage that is coming across the load. This is the step down chopper, and hence I get T on equal to 0.38 milliseconds. Let us look at another problem. Now this is a step up chopper. See, input to the step up voltage is 200 volts and output is 600 volts. So obviously it has to be a step up chopper. If the conducting time of the thyristor is 200 microseconds. So if you remember, your thyristor now is going to be in parallel, okay, with the input supply. Compute the chopping frequency, right? And also if the pulse width is half, for constant frequency of operation, find the new output voltage. So what they are going to do is they're asking you to find the conduction time, right? And after you find the conduction time, they are saying half it, half the pulse width, okay? And then find the new output voltage. So let us see what all is given. Input voltage is given as 200 volts. The chopping free on time is given as 200 microseconds, and output voltage is given as 600 volts. Since it's a step up chopper, we know the formula. Output voltage is equal to V into T upon T minus T on. So V naught is 600, input voltage is 200 into total time T. This is what they have asked you to find, upon T minus T on has been given to you on chopping. They have asked you to find the chopping frequency. So putting all these values, I will be getting T equal to 300 microseconds. So obviously, how will be the chopping frequency then? It will be F equal to 1 upon T, which is therefore equal to 1 upon 300 into 10 to the power of minus 6. So you get 3.33 kilohertz. Now the next part of the problem is, once I get this frequency, also I've got the pulse width and they want us to half it. So pulse width is already given to you. So that is 200 into 10 to the power of minus 6, half it. So that becomes 100 microseconds. Now using F, frequency is going to be the same, he said, constant, and T, I am going to calculate T, and output voltage now, instead of using T on as 200, I am going to substitute it as 100. So use the same formula, which that is output voltage equal to input voltage into T upon T minus T on, except now this voltage is 200 time period, we have got it already, we have calculated it. So we get 300 into 10 to the power of minus 6. Then we have 300 minus in 100. So T on becomes 100 into 10 to the power of minus 6 is equal to, okay, so this part, this 300 minus 100 becomes 200. This and this cancels. So this and this cancels. So I'll get only 300 volts. So this was what we covered today, that is principle of step up operation, and we did a few problems on even step up as well as step down so that we understand the difference between the step up and step down. So in the forthcoming video, we'll be looking more on the step up converter with the resistive load, right? And then go on further on the different other types of our classification of chopper in the forthcoming videos. So I thank you, and if you have any questions, do get back to me. Thank you so much.